Good day. Welcome to today's trip where we walk along the coastline at Palo Seco Bay and Angler Point to look at outcrops of the Cruse Formation. The outcrops we visited are located in southwest Trinidad on the Palo Seco Angler Point coastline. This montage gives us a view of the outcrops that we will visit. On this Kugler surface geology map, the major structural element in the area is the southwest and northeast trending north flank of the southern anticline. At outcrop locations, there is no consistent dip and strike orientations. Regional correlations suggest there should be a southwest and northeast strike and a northwest dip. The scatter may be due to large-scale slumping and disruption from mud flows or faulting. As you walk onto the beach from Beach Camp, we see two pipelines extending into the sea and the remains of a buoy. These were used in the 1950s by an oil company, Trinidad Petroleum Development, to collect and transport seawater for a water flood in the Palo Seco oil field. Here, black sands have been washed out from the outcrop. This is a fairly common sight on beaches along the south coast. The black grains are actually magnetite and ilmenite, a variety of magnetic iron. This iron would have originally come from the Guyana Shield in Venezuela. It is also the reason why there are so many iron concretions and iron staining in outcrops. At this first outcrop, we have alternating parallel bedded sand and clay stones that dip at 36 degrees to the northeast. Sand packages are between 6 to 8 inches thick and individual units thin upwards. The sand is very fine grained and there is a total absence of bioturbation. At this steeply dipping outcrop, we see a west dipping normal fault. The vertical separation is greater than 6 inches, and along the fault face is seen a clay fault gouge. Note the calcareous sandstone boulder with a calcite veining. This is usually associated with metamorphism. At the second outcrop, we have a bedded, structureless, pale yellowish gray sand. On the eastern side of the Angler Point mudflow, we see a steeply dipping, parallel bedded and faulted sand outcrop exposed on the side. Here we see the exposed mudflow at the toe of the Angler Point mudflow. The mud is structureless and contains many large classes of sandstone and calcareous sandstone. The large clasts now wash out of the mud and accumulate to form an apron that marks the location of mud flow advances.
Good morning. We are at the base of the mud flow at Angle Point. The background, we are hearing cicadas, which suggests that rainy season is coming at some point in time. So the base of this mud flow is ringed by a line of boulders that are eroded out of the mud itself. Some of the boulders are fairly large. For instance, this one here has been around quite a few years. It's apparently large enough not to be able to be moved. It's a big block of sandstone with some conglomerate. It probably represents beach rock, but it has been here quite a few years. Let's take a closer look at the mud. We see fairly large boulders. This one here exhibits what we call cone and cone structures. And that cone and cone is fairly unique to the Cruse formation. Here we see a block of oil impregnated sand.
Here we have examples of rocks washed out of the mud flow. Where did these metamorphics come from? Were they from the gabion baskets near the beach camp area? This is an almond mudboard. They were first described in Trinidad by Copeland Saunders in 1940. They are formed by chunks of claystone falling off the outcrop and waves rolling them around. While being moved around, loose stones, shells, sand grains, etc. adhere to the wet clays, forming an armored surface. This large block of sandstone conglomerate on the shoreline in front of the Angle Point mudflow has been in this position for at least 20 years, as shown by a series of photographs between 2006 and 2020. In the foreground is the Angler Point mudflow, and in the middle are the remnants of the western mudflows.
All along this section of the coast, there is serious erosion as the cliffs are made up predominantly of claystone.
If you have enjoyed the video to this point, stay tuned for part 2